boasting, ghouls. Warlock Boo here, and I got done reading the dumbest theory ever. What's the theory? It's one of the few creepypastas that cover my kind, Boos. This, of course, is the Bowser and King Boo theory. Why is it stupid? Let me read this to you. Okay, this is the theory that seems to talk about Bowser and King Boo from the Mario series. Bowser is a crazy villain. Some of his deaths at the end of the Mario game are pretty brutal. An example is in Super Mario Galaxy 1, when he falls into a star and has to go through an exploding planet and turns into a black hole with him on it. King Boo roles in the Mario series at first glance doesn't seem to be anything significant. He only appears in a few Mario games, and aside from Luigi's Mansion series, his role in the games he does appear in is minor, which is true, but King Boo doesn't appear in many games, and he's still very angry at that. You may think Bowser and King Boo have nothing related to each other. However, they both play a major role together in the Mario series, which keeps the series alive. While this is never explained directly, there are a few games in the Mario series which gives hints about the truth about Bowser and King Boo. Super Mario World. Super Mario World is the first game in the Mario series in which hints about the theory are included. While it's small, it is important, especially for King Boo. King Boo was rarely around as early as Super Mario Bros. 3 days in which Boos first appeared. King Boo was around this time too. He just never appeared in game. While Super Mario Bros. 3 doesn't include hints to the theory, Super Mario World does. Have you realized how occasionally there were these ghost house levels in Super Mario World? These houses are where Boos live peacefully, and they didn't want anybody bothering them. Then came Mario, who randomly ran into the house, disrupted things, sometimes knocking out Boos. This happened numerous times in most ghost house levels. The Boos knew they had to stop this, so they reported to King Boo and told him that Mario had been a pain to them and he needed to be stopped. King Boo was furious about this, as ghost houses are meant to be a place where Boos could live peacefully, but instead Mario kept starting chaos with the Boos families that resided there. Thus King Boo started to track down Mario. This started with the Boos and King Boo's hatred towards Mario, and this continues to this day. I want to say this is true. This part is true of this theory. We hated Mario. We were trying to live nicely in our houses. We were happy. Then he comes in, steals our gold and power stars, starts smacking us and throwing fire everywhere, throwing things, smashing things. What the heck were we supposed to do? I mean, really? Bowser gave us a way out. We help him, Mario goes away. Paper Mario. Paper Mario is the second game in the Mario series that provides hints with the theory. This game is very important to the theory, especially for Bowser. When the main antagonist in the game goes to Bowser, King Boo deserves to be noticed as well. Between Super Mario World and Paper Mario, Mario continues to be disruptive to Boos, especially in the Yoshi games. While he hasn't been as disruptive, it was still enough to continue King Boo's hatred towards Mario, which is true again. In Paper Mario, though, Mario actually allied with Boo in World 3. While you may think this was change King Boo's mood about Mario, if you think more on into it, you'll see that what Mario did wasn't nearly enough to make up for what he did in Super Mario World. First, Mario only allied with one ghost house, compared with the several he disrupted in Super Mario World. Second, Mario was kind of forced to help the Boos, because they wouldn't give him the Star Spirit until he helped solve their problems. All in all, what Mario did in Paper Mario wasn't enough to stop King Boo's hatred towards him. Bowser played a much bigger and interesting role in the theory. In Paper Mario, the end of the game is where it gets interesting. This starts in the second scene where Bowser and Kama Koopa are on the platform above about to explode. Mario is on it too, but he escapes due to the help of the star. Bowser, though, the explosion of the platform is heard. Explosions are seen, and Bowser is not seen anywhere escaping. Note that the platform is also 1,000 feet in the sky, if not more. While Bowser's death before the game were a little understandable on how he survived. Maybe he can swim in lava and only gets injured on his falls. There is no explanation of how Bowser can survive being an exploding platform thousands of feet in the sky. The explosion, or at least the fall, should have killed him. In fact, proof about Bowser's death can be hinted at in-game. At the very end of the game, where you must walk to Peach's castle to trigger the ending scene, go to the center part in town. In front of Merlin's house should be a sign, which is called the Toad Town News. After mentioning about what Mario defeated Bowser and how Peach and the castle are safe, it also mentions Bowser was badly beaten and will likely never return. We're sure of it, almost positive. The sign clearly states how Bowser was beaten badly, which is true. Being of an exploding platform thousands of feet in the sky is literally the death sentence for even some of the toughest as Bowser. Mario also fell from the same height at the beginning of the game and got killed, but he was shortly revived by the star. The sign also states on how Bowser won't return. This is also true. There is no way Bowser can return if he is beaten up so badly that he is likely dead. But what if Bowser is dead? Then why is he still alive as the main villain in Mario series? This is because of the theory still expands to the Mario game after Paper Mario, Luigi's Mansion. This part I disagree with. This part I disagree with so much because the Paper Mario series is not canon. You may be saying, what? Why? What? Well, it's very easy. Paper Mario met normal Mario in one of the RPG series. Turns out Paper Mario takes place in its own little world in a storybook. None of it has anything to do with normal Mario. I know, that's actually kind of interesting there. So none of that death has anything to do with our Bowser, the Bowser I serve. But let's go on to more of this. Luigi's Mansion is perhaps the most important game in this theory. Both King Boo and Bowser play equally important roles in the game. The game is why the Mario series still has Bowser as the main villain today. While this is never told, it is hinted. The hints are actually shown right in front of you. It's just that it's hard for one to connect all of them together. Fortunately, I was able to. No, you weren't! You all know what happens at the start of the game. Luigi goes in the mansion that he won in a contest, only to find out that it is much darker than what he was shown in the provided picture. He also doesn't know where Mario is. Who went into the mansion before him? Luigi meets Professor Egad, who gives him the Poltergeist 3000. This is the first game where King Boo is seen in-game. He first appeared after Luigi opens the trapdoor, a bunch of Boos and King Boo fly out of it. About midway through the game, you see King Boo in a fancy room with Mario inside a painting, struggling to get out. This is the first sign of the King Boo is up to something evil. No, he wasn't up to something evil. We were just trying to get rid of that Mario. My spell worked perfectly to catch him in that picture. You got him to jump into it like we had in Mario 64, and I just kind of sealed it so he couldn't get back out. It was actually quite easy. Super easy. Stupidly easy, if you ask me. He's not always the brightest one. But then Luigi came and messed it up. I'm not mad at Luigi. We have nothing against Luigi as Boos. Luigi's a nice guy. He suffers in Mario Shadow enough. But dang it, we almost had Mario out of the picture. Damn it. But soon after one of the biggest hints about the theory is told, in Area 3, do you remember the fortune-telling ghost, also known as Madame Clairvoyant? You know, the kind ghost who tells Luigi to bring Mario's dropped objects so she can see what's happening to Mario? Well, she says something very important. Once you give her the last objects, after she says the orb to show them all it can and about Mario, she will say this. Well, what is this? Bowser, how can this be? I see the hideous form of Bowser. Is Bowser somewhere in the mansion? I cannot believe it, and yet I see it. I thought that Mario had surely defeated Bowser. Has King Boo somehow revived Bowser? This could be horrible. Well, for you, the fortune-telling ghost mentions the important thing. She confirmed that Bowser still exists. But she doesn't understand why, considering Mario suddenly defeated Bowser. Remember Paper Mario has no intention on this, so stop telling me remember Paper Mario. It's a Mario game before Luigi's Mansion, and how bad the Town News sign, but none of that has anything to do with this. That doesn't affect us. Also note that the part when she mentioned how King Boo could have revived Bowser. This will be important later on. The next hint connection occurs when Luigi opens the door to King Boo's room. Before the battle begins, King Boo does some talking about Mario painting. He doesn't, however, mention a connection. I remember how much trouble you've Mario caused to me in the past. That doesn't make sense at first, considering that this is King Boo's first appearance in the Mario series. But remember what I said earlier about the Mario kept on going into the ghost house in Super Mario World. That and other rude interaction with Boos is what King Boo meant by trouble. After some talking, King Boo somehow makes the room do a 360 and make the Mario painting turn into a Bowser painting. King Boo then goes into the Bowser painting and sucks Luigi in. Then you will fight the final boss on the roof of the mansion. Bowser with King Boo inside. That was not King Boo that did that. That was me. Why does no one remember my magic? I'm the only Boo that can frickin' do it right. Always King Boo gets it, or Magic Cooper gets it. Never Warlock Boo. I know magic. I was trained by Sorcerer Boo himself. I know magic. Stupid game's not giving me any credit. Okay. Remember connections. Remember how the future-telling ghost mentioned on how King Boo could have somehow revived Bowser. All in all, King Boo wanted to get revenge on Mario for the trouble he did with the other Boos by luring him into a mansion filled with ghosts and reviving his now dead arch-enemy Bowser. After Luigi's Mansion. The connections don't stop after Luigi's Mansion. If you pay attention, you will see that Bowser's death after Luigi's Mansion are more violent and extreme than before, especially in the more recent games. For example, as mentioned before in Super Mario Galaxy 1, Bowser fell into the star. This should surely burn him to death. Even if he can swim in lava, the gravity should flatten him. Yet he appears later on a planet that is getting destroyed. The planet then explodes and turns into a black hole with Bowser on it. It may seem like there is no way Bowser can survive that and other brutal deaths in recent Mario games. However, there is one way to explain this. Just recently, I explained on how King Boo revived Bowser. Well, he doesn't get completely destroyed in Luigi's Mansion. Why? He is a ghost. Well, that is true. We are very notoriously hard to kill. And as you all know, because ghosts are already dead, they can't die. What King Boo did instead, though, is give Bowser some help. He took over his body to keep him alive, hoping that he can find a way to get revenge on him. No, he didn't. We never possessed Lord Bowser. We gave him accidentally a kind of immortality, though. I'll go into it later. It was an accident. You know how ghosts come to revenge and forever haunt you? This is what happens to Mario. King Boo is taking over Bowser to keep him alive. Since ghosts can't die, King Boo is thinking of even more evil plans than before. This explains why Bowser's plans recently are normally more extreme than just capturing Peach. For example, in most games before Luigi's Mansion, Bowser's plan is mostly just to capture Peach and keep Mario from saving her. In games after Luigi's Mansion, Bowser is forced on trying to really marry Peach. Perhaps King Boo has an infatuation with Peach, actually killing Mario to conquer the Mushroom Kingdom. Sometimes he even takes it to another level to conquer the universe, like what is seen in Mario Galaxy. Bowser's suddenly darker personality in games after Luigi's Mansion proves that he is controlled by King Boo, as King Boo has proven to have a darker, evil personality in his appearance in games, similar to Bowser's darker personality in the Mario games. This is wrong! I'll get into it after I finish reading this damn thing. This is also why Bowser keeps coming back, no matter how brutal he is defeated. Since he is controlled by King Boo, he won't die, as he is now part ghost. You may be thinking it is Comic or Bowser Jr. who is reviving Bowser instead. That could be true in some of the Bowser's less extreme deaths, such as falling in lava. However, in post-Luigi Mansion games, some of Bowser's defeats at the end of the games are so extreme that it's hard to believe that Comic can actually revive him. For example, in both Super Mario Galaxy games, Bowser's final defeat is getting sucked into a black hole, and it is hard to imagine Comic or Bowser Jr. is going to go into the black hole with him to revive him. They will get killed as well. Only King Boo, a ghost who can't die, can help his body somehow find a way into the survive still intact. Perhaps he even made another copy of Bowser's body if his body was lost in the black hole. Not even Comic or Bowser Jr. can do that. I do want to argue that Comic is a good magician. He's the only one that has actually been able to beat me in certain magical duels. And he revived a skeletal Bowser, so I'd say he could. And his teleportation spells actually work really well. Got Bowser out of the black hole for my memory's sake. Bowser's body could have gotten beaten extremely badly and lost at the end of Paper Mario. Thus, Comic could have not revived him. Paper Mario isn't canon. Only King Boo could have created a new body for Bowser and controlled him himself. If this is the case, could also have done as the final boss in Luigi's Mansion. In fact, in some of the more recent Mario games, such as New Mario Bros. And for the DS, a new form of Bowser called Dry Bowser appeared, which is basically Bowser. Okay, I gotta stop this here. You see, we are not controlling Bowser. This theory paints us as pure evil. But the thing is, From my talks with Bowser, he has gotten more and more annoyed. He is losing constantly. He is the giant dragon. He is the prophesied Koopa to bring the world under the Koopa rule. That's why he looks so different. But none of it's happening because of one short, stocky Italian man. And it's getting him more and more annoyed. It's not that he's trying to do more and more evil things. He's just getting desperate. I mean, in Mario Odyssey, he obviously goes out of his way to marry Peach. He does all this stuff. We aren't controlling him. We never have been. King Boo isn't that evil. He's just trying to help us Boos and get Mario to stop jumping through our stuff and destroying us and stuff. What's the real thing is the person that's funding all this, the person that's gaining money from this, the damn warmonger that keeps selling us items. You don't know who I'm talking about, do you? There's someone who keeps helping both sides on this war, who keeps helping, giving Bowser weapons, and giving Mario weapons, and Bowser, and Mario, and Bowser, and he has an obsession with destroying us Boos! And he even has a way to control us! Some kind of crystal he found that makes us act different! He's tricked poor Luigi into helping him! To suck us up, all we want is for people to stop coming into our safe haven and destroying things. The true enemy of the Mario games. The true one who has caused all the strife in the wars. Dad. He has done so much. He is profiteering from all of this. Don't believe me? Look into it. Look at all his games. He makes so much money and so much power from what he does. Look at the items he's given Bowser. It's a paintbrush. He gives special magic wands to us Boos. Oh no. Shit. I think he knows I know too much. I can't let him know. What was that? Okay. This is Warlock Boo. I gotta sign out now. Oh god. I think he knows he's in here. This is Warlock Boo signing out. I hope to be spooking you all later. If I'm not seen, look at Egad. Look into him. He knows things. He knows too much, and he's profiteering. He knows I know, and he's spreading these lies about us Boos and about Bowser, making Mario a hero because he can profiteer off this. But tell me what you think below and hit that like button. That way you can see if I disappear. But until then, this has been Warlock Boo. I hope to spook you all later. Bye. Oh, where is he? I hear him.
Oh yeah. Ororo. Ottoma.